Well, hello, this is Azareth. Welcome to FNR Minecrafting. I'm here today with Foreman, who is the little ringleader and builder of this house. Hello, Foreman.
Hello, Azrith.
Yo.
Okay, so basically, with this house was made by me, courtesy of a small Minecraft real estate group called Mine Estate. It's basically focused on real estate development and also some luxury hotel and very little city development. I think Azareth does a small similar group called Dragon's Den Studios, but I think that's more focused at city dev, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's landscaped city construction, and it is also small time art kind of stuff. Just
Cool.
little bits and bobs. Mainly just building into the land, not on the land.
Cool. Okay then. Yeah, I think that's the main difference between Mine Estate and Dragon's Den Studios. Is that Mine Estate normally focuses around a theme or the rules of the town, and tries to build the most sort of luxurious or practical house that they can make. Whereas I think DDS tends to turn more into sort of what you can do with the land more than what you can do on the land.
Yep.
But so anyway, here we are in the first main room, which is the lounge. So the lounge, or well, I don't know whatever you call it in America, the living room, I suppose. Mainly is just there to give like a nice open feel. So really, you know, at the start you've got sort of nice, lots of open room here. I was really running out of ideas, you know, what to put. And obviously, there's a lot of stuff down this end, but that's the way you tend to find these sort of things. The jukebox for just general music, general stereo player. Everyone sort of tends to have that in the lounge, and also the furnace here is, you know, it's hard to emulate TVs. But if it was easy to, then I would have had something on the wall there. And this is also my bad attempt. This is my bad attempt at emulating a couch. So that's really the lounge in the main room. And we'll go upstairs later on. But in here is the kitchen. The kitchen contains 3 double chests. Really, depending on how you store your items, really just one for each thing. So it's mainly focused at one for food, one for tools for making food. This can be from buckets to bowls, and the other one can be from and this other one really is just for whatever else really. The 2 crafting benches and the furnaces for obviously your general cooking and making of food. Azareth, I don't know if you do sort of purpose-built rooms, furniture, or whatever, but you know, do you?
I don't do much. Generally, what I try to implement is before Notch put in beds, some sort of bed-like part that I would put in chest, workbench, and that'd be about it. Maybe make it look like it's structured, like wooden planks holding up the building and everything, but that's about it. I let them build their stuff inside of it.
Cool. Alright then. Well, this room in here really is just, you know, this room is meant to be sort of like really the whole idea. This is just how I've made it personally. It's just for like a blank canvas. So say this house, you know, was to be made, you know, for like a town or something and then sold off. You know, this room would be sort of a blank slate for that they use to do whatever they want. So if they wanted it to do like a depot in here, like they want to go down to the center of the earth, they could do that, but that really wouldn't. That really wouldn't work. Yeah, obviously, it would be, well, I suppose it could work. But really, it's just for whatever they want, which is something I try to incorporate in a lot of my buildings. But the idea of this town was, you know, you could have any house you wanted, but as long as it wasn't too big and it had double doors. Which is another thing we really try and just, you know, we try and put functionality over design, but keep the design level there. And really, it's just to keep the you know, overall the person, you know, happy living there as a whole. But you know, with Dragon's Den Studios and Terran, he does that quite easily. So anyway, here we go upstairs. Now, as you can tell, or as you may be able to tell at first, you've got 2 separate rooms on the top floor, which is the one thing about this house in the sense that on the bottom floor is a very sort of high standard luxury lounge sort of thing, and at the top here is sort of like almost like penthouse or, you know, luxury, proper luxury sort of hotel room, I suppose. But this is the main viewing room, mainly the jukebox and the couches there for sort of looking out, you know, for above or wherever really, just for the view, the general view. These sort of houses, I think, really do tend to be very effective on sort of high hills or beachfronts. And obviously out here we have the two outside chairs and the table. And really, so yeah, this could be.
There seems to be something going along on the side street over there.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, please try to ignore the pig zombies. We don't normally get those come along very often. Purely the pure fact being we can't actually access the Nether. But so yes,
they jump here every now and then.
Do they? That sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I'm convinced that Notch gave them abilities to use teleport.
So with pig zombies out of the way, we've got the wooden table. Basically, this can be for just, you know, the one-on-one dinner on your own with your imaginary friend, or this can be with your dirty dinner date. So basically, and also in the bedroom, we also have again the big window pane, sort of like the fourth wall, if you dare call it that. And in here you have you know, the idea of this wall here is not to be you know, this wall here isn't meant to be entirely all the way high. It's meant to be like that for sort of again, you know, you see that in a lot of sort of luxury apartments and hotels. But and obviously with the two beds and the jukebox to attempt to emulate a alarm clock, and the black wool on the floor is just for pure design, and that's how I like to do things. So that's about it with this house, really. Obviously, you can tell you've got a lot of space at the top here for the view. So you know, as they say, it is lonely at the top, but you got to admire the view. So anyway, that's about concludes the journey for this house. We could go and get an outside view, unless the angry mobs has gone away.
No, not entirely sure.
There's only one way to find out. So now that thus concludes the end of this this journey, I suppose. But the house really overall, it has a very simple idea behind it. With most people, you know, who go off to make, like obviously you've seen, I'm sure you have seen the videos of the Reichstag and, you know, everything else. Oh God. But you know, they tend out and they go into every last little detail, every last little you know, nook and cranny, and then everything else, and they try and make everything perfect in the arched roofs and the glass and everything. This has a much more basic idea than that. The fact that it's just a big house and it has to be luxury on a beachfront, which abided to the rules of a certain town. And thus concludes the end of this journey. I'd like to thank Azareth for coming along with me.
No problem. This has been an FNR Minecrafting video. Stay tuned for our next video.
Yeah.